TV, I'm Rob Pattinson. Welcome to the set of Twilight.
Is this heavier, meatier material than Harry Potter, in your opinion?
In a lot of ways. I think my character certainly is than the character I played in Harry Potter. Mainly because the entire thing is pretty much based on Edward's character and who he is, and I think he's very tortured and conflicted and stuff, which is very different to what I played in Harry Potter. But I mean, it's a completely different style of book. I mean, it's first-person narrative. It's very obsessive and kind of it's a much more personal book, I think, than Harry Potter is. I mean, in a lot of different ways. I mean, there's only two characters pretty much in a trilogy. I guess three. But essentially two. It's just about a love story rather than a massive adventure and an entire world. I mean, it's set as much as possible in the real world, so it's different.
But at the same time, do you see any similarities between the two franchises and the way that these actors and those actors you worked with in Harry Potter are, going at the material?
No, I mean, it's kind of... a lot of the stuff I was doing in Harry Potter was much more action-oriented. I mean, and the scenes I did have were just kind of... I was like kind of a bit part in Harry Potter. I mean, it was kind of different. I mean, this is much more... I mean, it was a very extensive rehearsal period and very, the difference for me, anyway, is because the books are all written from Bella's perspective, I've had to pretty much invent the character of Edward, because he's just, in the books, he's just this enigma. I mean, he's supposed to be written as a perfect guy, but it's written from Bella's perspective, who's completely madly in love with him, so you can never take anything to be a fact. It's just her opinion of him, and he seems to hate himself and everything about himself. So, I mean, that's the kind of, you've got to have the comparison, you've got to have the compromise between the two to figure out who he is as much as possible. And there are very few actual facts of what he does to go on. I mean, and Bella's trying to judge him in exactly the same way, but she's also tremendously obsessed with him, which changes everything.
Sharing how Hugh Laurie, Hugh Laurie from House?
Mm-hmm.
He has an accent, but between takes on House, he'll keep his American accent because he wants to stay in character. So people were wondering whether you, between takes, also try to keep your American accent.
Yeah, I do, kind of. I mean, yeah, I guess I do. I mean, big dialogue scenes, it's just easier just to kind of... to not keep switching between it. But I kind of do it by accident. I mean, I keep speaking in American... I keep forgetting that I'm speaking American accent sometimes. The dangerous thing is that you end up forgetting what your real accent is after a while. So I kind of stop every now and then. But it's nice. It's really strange. I've never done a job in an American accent before.
Oh, how did you pick it up? You had a coach? I mean, words that they teach you and that's what you practice on?
No, I mean, it's kind of... I just grew up watching American movies and stuff, and I kind of learn how to act or whatever from American films. And so, I mean...
Is there any actor in particular that you're thinking of when you're trying to do the American?
I don't know, it kind of, right at the beginning when I was doing the first couple of scenes, it kept slipping into different actors, but I just kind of stopped doing it. It depends. When you're doing a really dramatic scene, you start doing Al Pacino, and you're just like... But, no, I didn't do that too often. But, no, I mean, it's funny, like, how you suddenly realize that you've got a sort of, that an accent has developed, which you can speak as yourself in like your real life. Sometimes I just decide, to be an American. We have an Oregon driver's license now, and so I can just completely turn it on now.
Fan questions here I wanted to ask you. What size feet do you have? They're huge.
Are they? Oh. Christ. I don't know. I have big feet. 5'10", are they? That's quite tall, though. That's really... Oh, man. That's another thing I can add to my list of inadequacies. So over adequacy.
I guess you had said in an interview that when you were first cast, you got a lot of hate mail, and that hate mail has since turned into, hopefully, fan mail. Can you kind of tell us the whole process from when you got cast up until now? How's the fan reception been for you?
Oh yeah, no, I think it's turned around now. I remember when I first got cast, that was quite funny. It's kind of the same reaction like I would have had though if I was a little girl. It's like, what? But no, I don't know. I think I mean, I looked at the Twilight thing the other day, and it seemed like a turnaround. But I mean, for a while, staying inside, kept all my doors locked. Went out with a balaclava on all the time, strapped. I mean, it's funny when you get I watched a couple of these YouTube videos of people who were complaining about the casting. I mean, I don't know. They should have been given parts in this movie.
I like fans more obsessed than Harry Potter fans and Lord of the Rings fans and Matrix fans.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But I mean, they definitely are. I mean, there's some kind of connection which people have to the book that's like kind of pretty extreme. I mean, I guess there are fans of Harry Potter and stuff as well, but I mean, I don't know. It's just very. I guess the story is just so intimate that the people kind of think they really know the characters, so you can kind of feel the emotions and stuff.
It's just a really good story, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean. It's very different as well. I mean, I think that's why. I mean, it's not really written like kind of fantasy or adventure story. I mean, it's very, very personal and obsessive, longing. So I mean, it's kind of different. I guess that's why people attach themselves to it.
A lot of internal monologue.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else really like it. I mean, for that kind of market. There was a time in Oregon where one of this group of people called the Twilight Moms gave somebody her baby, just gave it to an AD or something to take onto the set, just to have a photograph. And I thought it was a joke when they did, but it wasn't a joke at all. So there's a photo of me like biting a baby's head. I thought they were just giving it to me, like just like that's a tribute, a sacrifice.